In this video, I look at what is a Grand Touring car and can the GR86 be qualified as a GT? Hey, hello, how are you? Welcome to Road Odyssey. I am Burke. Hope you're having a very nice day. Please subscribe down below if you like car content, parks, museums, car shows, and whatnot. This is a variety channel. Now, today I'm talking about the GR86 again, and this is more of an opinion piece regarding the idea that can the GR86 be a GT car, a Grand Touring car. So I would like to give you the definition of GT for me and what I perceive that as being, and then how the GR86 stacks up in that regard. Now, remember, there was the 86 prior generation, and there was the GT86, which I had. I had a 2019 GT86. And, you know, I'll kind of just answer the question right here and right now. No, none of these 86s are Grand Touring cars. Not really. But by looking at them in this point of view, you might get a better idea of what they are like on long trips and what they're good for, such as being an economy car or a commuter. And of course, for those of y'all that are really into cars, they're for sport, drifting, tracking, things like that. So, but let's go ahead and take a quick look into this and just see how does the GR86 appear to be as a Grand Touring car. Here we go. Rationally speaking, people buy the GR86 for sport, like drifting, tracking, or they buy it for economy or as a commuter. A couple of selfish plugs of previous videos when I bought the GR86 and my part 1 of observations. According to Road and Track's definition, a GT aims to provide the best of what the car world has to offer: the greatest luxury, the highest performance, and the most beautiful styling. Road and Track's examples are C8 Corvette, McLaren GT, Ferrari GT-C4 Lusso, Lexus LC500, Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, Maserati Gran Turismo, Audi RS7, and the Mercedes-Benz SL. We're going to look at aspects of luxury, practicality, and performance. Running down my list of GT characteristics, kind of in order, is luxury. So that's looks, comfortable ride, luxurious interior, and quality amenities and features. Secondly, practicality. It's got to be at least a decent two-seater, good storage capacity, and features that give you good common necessities. Thirdly, performance. High speed, big engine, faster than most cars, handles well, trackable. I had a 2019 86 GT for a year, a little while back. Now I have this 2022 GR86 that I've driven at least 1,000 miles in the first 2 weeks relative to the time that I've made this video, as evidenced by some of the dirtiness up front. Truthfully, many cars could be a GT car if desired. Let's get into this analysis for the GR86. I'm starting out with luxury. While the GR86 is by no means luxurious, it does have good looks. Very sporty with the front end. It looks aggressive. It's got the vents. It is aerodynamic. When you look down the side of it, it is definitely very aerodynamic. This is a highly modifiable car, which could enable the interior and the exterior, as well as the engine, to become more of a GT car. The 86s are a pretty popular car. You will see them out on the road a little bit here and there, kind of like Corvettes maybe, But at the moment, there's not a lot of actual GR86s. Only 4,000 units have been made to date here in 2022. Only 109 units were made in 2021. Now, we may end up at the end of the year at, say, around 10,000 units here in the U.S., but that's still not any more than what you might see with a Corvette. As for amenities and features, let's begin with the seats. All right, they're regular run-of-the-mill seats. There's no lumbar support, back support, whatever. The passenger seat has only one height, so these are not going to be the best seats in the world for long drives unless you're just an easygoing person and you can handle these seats. Second up are the cup holders. Now there's door cup holders, very nice. And there's the console cup holders that are kind of a little ways back for those invisible people that are sitting in the back seat. But they are good auxiliary cup holders. For parking, no front cameras or sensors. The rear camera is exceptionally good. I do like that quite a bit. Ride quality, well, it is decent. This is a sports car after all. So it is okay. It's not too rough, but you are certainly still going to feel every crack and bump in the road. Road noise, as a sports car, is slightly excessive as expected. On a smooth road, it's okay. On something like rough chip seal, if you're on it for a long time, it will be annoying. Practicality of the GR86. The miles per gallon, as advertised, is about 21 city, 31 highway. For long drives, 30 plus miles per gallon is easy if driven maturely. So you've got a 13.3 gallon tank. You should get about 400 miles or more out of that tank of gas on touring cruises. Again, it's a two-seater, might be a bit cramped for you larger people. The storage capacity is pretty good, 7 cubic feet. That's the size of a small chest freezer, 2 golf ball bags, carry-on luggage, or 4 medium suitcases. So it's not bad. So drop down the back seats since those invisible people won't mind, and just cram this car full of stuff if you're going on a long journey. Wonderful necessities are the 8-inch console screen. Lots of goodies here, such as hand-free Bluetooth. Navigation, for example, Apple CarPlay. I tend to use Google Maps, but it also has Android Auto. Furthermore, there is the Toyota app. You can do all kinds of good things with this app. Research it a little bit. Maybe I'll do a video on this later, but it's cool. You have an SOS system, and this is through the Toyota app. So set that up. It's very good. Visibility, looking all around. Now, I'm parked out in my yard, but it might give you a good idea of, you can look a lot in this car. Great visibility. Assist options. Well, one of them could be annoying is the lane departure warning. I like it because I look around a lot, trying to find things to videotape and getting ideas. So yeah, lane departure warning is good for me. As far as plugs are concerned, you've got UBS, power, stuff like that. Also, over around by the glove box, there should be another power plug over there. And the gauge cluster. It is easy to set up for your main needs. The fuel, temperature, battery, tire pressure, things like that. Play with it a little bit. It is super easy to use. It's easy to scroll through to check most anything you want to look at. By watching this video, you probably already know about the GR86's performance. I have the 6-speed sequential automatic transmission with paddle shifters because it's easier for me, period, for the way I live my life. Also find that when I drive long trips without knowing precisely if I'm going to be really using that clutch heavily in a manual or not, I just prefer having an automatic, knowing that I can glide through whatever situation I'm under without any physical, I guess, drain. Either way, manual or automatic, this is a nice, easy car to drive no matter the situation. It's a quick car. Power, 2.4-liter boxer engine, 93 octane, can be an issue for those of y'all in 89 to 91 octane areas. And as a GT car, you're going to have to maybe predict having some octane boost with you if you use a lower octane while you're out driving around through areas you're not acquainted with so that you can prevent knocking and pinging. But it has a 238 horsepower, 188 torque, and the way this is tuned now, they got rid of that torque dip. The car drives very, very well. It is very peppy now. Handling is very good. The steering is direct and communicative, and you know what's happening on the road underneath you. It has the McPherson strut front suspension, multi-link rear suspension. The braking is like trying to stop a school bus. The grip, to me, lags a little. The brake pads are just not that good. If you're going on a long trip, especially in mountains and twisties, replace those brake pads with Street Performance pads. It does help that there are vents before and after those front wheels to help keep those pads and rotors a little cooler. It does have a nice low center of gravity, allowing for better turning and, well, maneuvers. So you're driving a long way, something pops up in the middle of the road, you can get around it, hopefully without hitting anybody else, but it's very maneuverable and controllable. Let me draw my net and pull all of this luxury GT car analysis, performance information all together and see how it pans out. From the perspective of luxury, it is not luxurious. It looks pretty cool on the outside, but I don't give it high marks in the looks, nor do I give it but average marks for quality amenities, and it's subpar on a comfortable ride, period. In terms of practicality, this is no better than any other car on the road. Matter of fact, probably a little bit worse, considering it's really a two-seater with the really terrible two seats in the back, even though you can fold that down for greater storage. For performance, I would say this is better than most cars, primarily because it handles very well, and it's a car that is trackable to some degree. Although you would really need to probably modify those brakes eventually, but the steering's very good, and the power of the car is substantially better than what it used to be. I feel like that it does have that passing capability. It can cruise for a long distance, and it has good stamina, but not really at the higher speeds. So it's fairly nominal, if not a little bit better in this performance realm. Is this a GT car? Well, the answer is marginally. Only if you just really like the car or it's what you have to use to go on a long drive and go touring. The GR86 is an economy car, also wrapped up and created as a really nice sports car. Beginner level or entry level sports car, yet it does compete very well with a lot of very nice sports cars. So that's what it is. It's not designed to be a grand touring car, although like I said, marginally, it certainly can be utilized as one. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Y'all are fantastic. And because you're so wonderful, please subscribe down below. I would really appreciate that very much if you haven't done that yet. And you know what? The GR86 is a very nice car, just like lots and lots of cars in the world are. And remember, cars are a tool first. First and foremost, they are a transportation tool. And anything else that we conceive about them is all just in good fun. So, thinking in that regard, relax, take it easy, and I will see you later. Bye.